Here I am. I'm the baby. Goo goo gaga. Ooh, what's this?
Okay, no, stop that. That's dangerous. Stop it. So I'm going to reach into your mouth and pull it out.
Teacher talk, we are English teachers. Teacher talk, we are speaking in English. Teacher talk, a little bit slowly. Teacher talk, so you can understand us. Teacher talk.
Hello, Teacher Talk listeners from around the world. I am Teacher Talk host number 1, Abe. And unfortunately, we do not have a new episode for you this week. Ben's dad is visiting Japan, and he's been very busy with a lot of family plans, family obligations. But don't worry, as I mentioned a few weeks ago, we have this old series called The Daddy Diaries. Now, in this week's episode, I'll show you episode number 2 of Daddy Diaries. All right, so let's just get into my time machine here. I'm going to start it up. It will take a minute to get warmed up. There we go. All right. Now, you will notice that in this episode, Ben and I start to banter, kind of have silly small talk, more and more. And around this time is maybe when the idea for Teacher Talk was really getting going. Oh, okay, it's getting hot. Oh my God, it's really hot in here. Well, lights are getting brighter. Oh. Hello, Ben.
Hi, Abe.
How's it going?
It's cherry blossom season.
Do you like flowers?
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that flowers are the sex organs of plants?
I did know that.
You did?
I did.
You did know that.
Yeah.
That's how plants have sex, Ben.
That's right. That's why...
They rub their flowers together.
Is that how they do it? Oh,
I think so.
I've been doing it all wrong.
All right. I'm excited to talk to you about more parenting mysteries, wonders, rules, and everything else that comes along with having babies and raising children.
When you make babies, every day is an adventure. Every day is a new challenge.
Every day?
Some days.
Most days?
Most days are happy.
Happy and fun.
Yeah, really fun. Really easy. And
Yeah,
joyful.
really easy.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Interesting.
And then there are those days where...
You just want your family to disappear.
Yeah, and just...
You wish you could snap your fingers
Poof!
and they're gone for like 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 hour. Or a year.
All right. Well,
See you in a year.
last time we talked about rules because for me, I don't have babies.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure?
Almost 100%.
Okay.
You can never be 100% sure.
Well, condoms are 99.8%
Look, Ben,
effective.
Okay. Anyway, for me, it's scary to think about having a baby. And I'd be very worried because when I've held other people's babies, it makes me feel really nervous.
Yeah, I understand that. Because you think you're going to drop the baby?
Or something. They're just so delicate.
You've forgotten our song from last week.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Don't throw the baby?
Yeah, don't throw the baby. Last week, we talked about 5 rules for when you first have a baby, like little infant babies.
Yeah, and rules for parents.
Yes. But, you can't make a rule for a baby.
No, they don't understand anything.
Right. They're just kind of looking and eating and sleeping and pooping.
Yeah, they're just little meat bags that lie on the floor.
Little meat bags.
Cute little bags of meat.
Okay.
They're not all cute.
Cute little bags of meat.
My baby's cute, but sometimes other babies, people show me a picture of their baby and they say, "Look at my baby."
Hey, Ben, all babies
And
are
I think,
beautiful.
Not bad.
I think everyone probably believes that their baby is the most beautiful.
Yeah, and
That's good.
that's good.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about when does a baby stop being just a bag of meat? a cute little bag of meat.
I suppose, like we talked about last time, when it starts to develop muscles in the neck and can move around.
So they start crawling.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then they can start getting into trouble
Aha.
because they start making choices about where they want to move.
So that's my next question is at what point, at what age can you say something to a baby and they can understand a little bit of what you're saying?
It takes quite a long time. Just remembering from my first son, I'm trying to think,
Or you can say, Rui, take out the garbage.
yeah, no, that we're still not there.
No, like where you can say, Rui, don't do that. And he can understand, oh, I'm not supposed to do that.
I'm going to say, if you're lucky, because every child is different. But in my experience, maybe he was slow or fast, I don't know. But about 1.5.
1.5 years.
They start to begin to understand when their parents are angry.
Okay. So they can tell if they've done something bad.
Right. So they start to connect emotion to action. They don't want to be sad. They don't want mama or papa to be angry. So in that way, they might start to change their behavior.
Okay. So you can start to warn them
Yes.
about things and then their behavior will kind of change a little bit. They won't. What do babies do? What was the first thing you were worried about?
Well, babies have fixation with their mouth. They love to put things in their mouth. First,
have an oral fixation.
yeah, that's right. An oral interest in everything. So first it's a hand or a cloth,
yes.
and then once they start to develop grip, so they can grab things with their hands, they start to reach for objects around them and try and put those objects in their mouth.
Right. So the problem is you don't want them to choke.
No, it's a danger. And once they start crawling, they can find some objects around the house to
So what would be your
taste and enjoy.
taste? I remember my little brother, one time he ate dog poo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just grabbed it and put it right in his mouth.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good example. Mm.
Okay.
I didn't know. Did you grow up in the wild?
No, but my parents were animal doctors.
Ah, right.
So we had a lot of pets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my little brother, he gobbled down that dog poop.
Nasty. Yeah. Maybe good for his immune system.
Perhaps. Perhaps it made him stronger.
Yeah. Is he a strong man now?
He is.
Yeah.
He's quite strong.
Damn, I should have eaten more.
Maybe you need to feed
dog
your
poop.
baby's dog poo.
Yeah, well, I have plenty.
That's right. You have a dog too.
Yeah, I have a poop machine.
A poop machine.
Yes. So babies are suicide machines. So they're always looking for ways to
kill themselves,
and
accidentally.
die.
Yeah. And you have to stop them from dying.
Right.
That's your job.
It's like they didn't want to be born.
That's your number one job.
So your number one job is keep them alive.
Keep the baby alive.
Yeah, and their number one job is die as soon as possible. So it's a battle.
Now, last time we talked about just infants. Now we're talking about a baby who's able to kind of crawl around and put things in their mouth.
Right.
So rule number 1 for the baby, what's the warning?
The warning
Look
is...
at me. I'm a baby.
No, don't. See? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you choke for a little bit. No.
Teach me a lesson.
I suppose the first thing, you can't, as you said, you can't get angry with a baby or make rules for a baby just when it starts crawling around. So one thing is moving them away from the dangerous object.
Okay.
So if they crawl towards, for example, the power point where you plug something in to the wall.
Electrical outlet.
Yeah, electrical outlet. Then you can pick them up and move them away again and again and again. And
but I'm more interested in when a baby can understand, like you were saying.
Yeah.
They can understand from your voice.
Well, don't touch power outlets.
One more time. Here I am. I'm the baby. Goo goo gaga. Ooh, what's this?
Okay. No, stop that. That's dangerous. Stop it. So I'm going to reach into your mouth and pull it out. Basically, unless it's food, don't put it in your mouth.
Okay. Unless it's food.
Right.
Don't put it in your mouth.
Or a mouth toy, like a pacifier.
A soother, a pacifier.
Right, these kind of things. It's interesting. Every child has an attachment to some object, usually, which soothes them and calms them. For Rui, my first son, he didn't really have an interest in pacifiers. He was more interested in his milk rag.
His milk rag.
Yeah, so when you're feeding milk, you need some kind of rag or gauze.
Some soft kind of cloth.
Yeah, it's in Japanese they say gauze, so
a gauze,
yeah. It's and he became obsessed with them. So he still needs to have his milk rags,
even though he doesn't drink mother's milk anymore.
That's right. He doesn't. He eats what we eat. But he loves to have his rags. Now, at first I thought, maybe this is an unhealthy
fixation,
or a complex, a rag complex. But I realized he has maybe 30 rags and they're all the same. So if he loses one, it's no problem. Other children maybe have a favorite teddy bear or one special item that if they lose...
Or a blanket.
If you lose it, it's a disaster.
And you have to go look and search for it.
You have to look and it's a big drama. And I think I was like that. When I was young, I had a special teddy bear. And if I didn't have it...
You'd go crazy.
I'd go crazy and I would attack my family and...
Where's my teddy bear?
Smash the house. Destroy everything. Where's my bear?
But Rui, because he just likes these disposable cloths.
Yeah. Well, they're reusable, but if one disappears and he says, "Where's my rag?" Whoop! I pull one out of the pocket and I say, "Here it is."
And he says he doesn't realize that it's...
He doesn't know. Although he's become a rag gourmet or connoisseur. So he'll smell the rags and he knows exactly when it was washed and where it's been. So he prefers his rag a little dirty, maybe 2 days old. It like a nice wine. It gets a rich flavor. And also texture, the feeling of the rag becomes soft and worn. So, for example, if you have a new one from the washing machine, he'll sniff it and he'll look at you And he'll say, no.
Really? He'll say, this rag isn't dirty enough.
That's right. So I dirty it and give it back
You
to
like rub it, wipe the counter,
wipe the counter, that's
and
right.
then give it to him.
Give it to the dog for 10 minutes.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a good piece of advice. Find some item for your child that is replaceable, easily replaceable, and you will avoid tantrums.
Hopefully it's something that you can replace if you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's cool. So don't put it in your mouth unless it's food.
Right. That's a very important rule.
Pacifier or milk rag.
That's right.
All right. Now, when babies start becoming even more mobile, how long does that take?
They start walking around 1, and the next hazard is they fall down and hit their head or injure themselves.
Right. So when they start crawling and they love to put everything in their mouth, your main worry is that they're going to choke.
That's right.
So rule number 1, don't put it in your mouth unless it's food.
Yes.
Now, what about when they get a little bit older? Now they can kind of toddle around.
Yeah. Well, now...
What's the next most dangerous thing?
Well, same with rule 1. It's firstly the parent's job to keep dangerous objects away. And the second phase is being careful of hard corners, for example, the corner of a coffee table or these kind of things, to protect your child from these edges. But...
So you want to pad the sharp edges.
Yeah, you want to pad the edges.
You
have to warn your child, for example, don't climb on the table, don't hit the window. If we're walking and we see some stairs, be very careful around stairs.
Okay, so here I am, Dad.
Oh, I'm gonna climb the table.
What?
What?
We don't climb tables.
What?
Yeah, I'm climbing, Dad.
Don't
Look at
fall.
me. Don't climb the table.
Don't climb the table because
All right.
you might fall. Now, of course, when they're very young, they don't understand reasons. Don't climb the table. Why? Because you might fall.
Ah.
But I think it's important to keep repeating the reason so eventually they do understand and it's deep in their mind.
Ah, so you have to do it again and again.
That's right.
Until they finally understand.
Yes.
Climbing table equals might fall.
That's right. And, of course, I want to protect my child, but if they do have a small fall and hurt themselves a little bit, sometimes that is an important lesson.
Ah.
The world is also a wise teacher, not just father.
The world will teach you.
Experience is the best teacher.
When your son falls and hurts himself, what do you call that? Like, do you call it an owie or a boo-boo?
Yeah, I say ow, ow.
Ow, ow?
Yeah. So
Is that Australian?
Well, ow, I think is probably universal English.
Ow!
Ow!
Yeah. It hurts.
Ow, ow is 2 owls combined.
It's a Ben original.
Yeah, it's a Ben original.
Ow, ow!
Ow, ow!
You're going to get an ow, ow. Don't climb the table. Might fall and get an ow, ow.
Yeah. Yesterday, he fell off the skateboard and got a small ow, ow. That was my fault.
Because you pushed him?
Yes. He was wearing a helmet, but we've been skateboarding recently, and sometimes you fall down.
Did he cry?
He did. I managed to catch him but he scratched his knee a little bit, and it was a hot topic all evening. When we went home, I said...
Hot topic?
Yeah,
You mean he talked about it again and again?
again and again. And when we went home, I said, don't tell your mother what happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he said, okay, And I said, promise? And he said, promise. And
So
then-
you made him promise that he wouldn't tell your wife
That's right.
that he fell and scraped his knee.
And so we arrived home and opened the front door, and I put my finger to my lips and said, remember the deal,
Remember
the promise, the oath.
Don't tell your mother.
He said, okay.
Yeah.
We opened the door, and his first words were, Mama, ow, wow.
He betrayed you.
He betrayed me, my own son.
Did you get mad at him? Did you say, Rui, what about our promise?
Yeah, I grabbed him and No. I laughed, and I was going to tell my wife anyway. I can't keep secrets from her.
So you're testing him.
I'm testing him.
You're
Yeah.
seeing if you can trust him or not.
I'm trying to establish what we call in English the bro code.
The bro code.
Yes, the ancient code of man.
How old is Rui?
He's 2.
And you're already testing him and establishing trust to see if
It's never too early to form a bond of trust between father and son.
your trust is lying to your wife.
Well, it's not lying.
Not lying, right?
It's not lying. It's withholding information.
Right, just not saying everything.
Some information is important to share, and some information we dig a little hole and put the information in the hole and bury it so nobody can ever know what happened.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we got some good rules.
Right. So what was rule number 1 again?
When baby starts moving and becoming a toddler.
Yeah.
Rule number 1.
Don't put it in your mouth unless it's food.
Right. Okay, and then baby gets a little more mobile. They
Yeah.
start crawling around and
Moving and shaking.
rule number 2.
Don't climb things. Don't
Don't-
climb anything. Tables, stairs, chairs, ladders.
How about don't climb up high
Don't climb up high,
or else
or else you'll fall and you shall get an ow
boo-boo, an
or
owie.
an owie.
an
Ow
owie.
ow.
Yeah, I've never heard ow ow before.
It's mine.
Yeah, it's your original.
Listeners, you can use that if you wish.
I think the most common is probably boo boo.
A boo boo?
Oh, you got a boo boo.
Wow, we got a
Oh,
boo boo.
little baby got a boo boo.
Yeah, not a big fan of boo boo.
Really?
Yeah, I like ow ow.
Huh. Okay. That's a bummer for me because little kids call me Uncle Boo Boo.
Oh, why? Because you always hurt them. No.
No, because
Oh.
my name's Abu.
Abu.
Yeah. So they'll call me Uncle Boo Boo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
I don't hurt them.
no.
Oh, here comes that uncle.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm gonna get a boo
Get the
boo.
band-aids ready.
Yeah.
Call the
Ow.
app.
Anyway, owie boo boo, or maybe your new one. Ow ow.
Ow ow.
Ow ow.
Ow ow.
All right. And if you fall and get a boo boo, rule number 3.
Don't tell mummy. Well, if Papa made a mistake, if it was Papa's fault,
Then shh.
then shh.
Don't tell mom.
Never, ever, ever tell Mama.
But probably the first thing they'll do is go and tell mommy.
Yes.
So maybe the rule should be if you get a boo boo,
What are you going to do?
you're going to go tell mommy.
Aren't you, you little rat?
You rat bastard.
I thought we had a
you get
bro code.
Rule number 3, if you get a boo boo,
Dad did something stupid.
Go get mommy.
Yeah,
How about that?
that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Ben.
No, thank you for having me again.
I'll have you all the time.
Okay.
I'll have you in the morning, lunch, and dinner. If
I'm
I
ready for
could.
the heaven.
I'd eat you with a spoon,
Okay,
boy.
well, hang on. You can't have me for
Uncle
dessert.
Boo Boo is hungry.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! What a wild ride. Let's see my hands. I got 1 to 10 fingers. Okay, good. Let me just check the calendar here. Let's see. July 27, 2022. All right. I'm back. So I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of Daddy Diaries. You might notice that we're talking a lot about rules. That was the original idea, was to come up with Ben's childcare rules. So that's why we're like, oh, what's the rule here? What's the rule there? And we're trying to make a list of rules. Rule number 1, baby sleeps on his back, from the first episode. And now we're talking about rules. The babies are getting a little older. Don't let them climb up high. Don't let them put things in their mouth. And actually, we were going to also make songs about these rules. But everything changed, and we made Teacher Talk instead. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this old, ancient episode from long, long ago in history. Have a great week, and see you soon.
Snow dogs, 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 snow dogs. When it's winter time and the snow starts falling, that's when the snow dogs go snowboarding, shredding it up on the mountainside. When the snow dogs come, ain't no place to hide. Digging, sniffing.